Alright, let's see how this goes. So you can see I'm probably shooting on a different camera using, I bought a Canon R50, some DJI mics, so hopefully the audio is a little better and not crappy GoPro. So, little update on everything. A couple weeks ago, me and TJ went racing. We did the last minute side-by-side race at Durham Town. Long story short, I don't want to make it a super long video, but we go there practice. Day before, I break a belt. Not a big deal, but I haven't broke one. This first one I broke in a couple 100 miles, I guess I got. Sorry, I'm a little stuffy. Then the practice the next day, you get a practice before the race. Practice the next day and break another belt like at the end of the practice. I'm like, oh god, this is ridiculous. So I buy another belt there, put that belt on, race the next day, which was a Saturday. Race that day, got finished with the race, which is 10 laps, and then, which still kind of felt funny during the race, but it's whatever. I'll throw some footage in how the race went. I think I got third behind the new Maverick that this older gentleman had. That was just after we did the mandatory caution and the restart, I just couldn't catch up with it. It was just too much horsepower, and I used my street wheels and tires, the Ultra Inch, because I don't want to use the knobbies because they're 32s. And these are like 30 or 31s, so they're a little bit lighter and not as aggressive on the tread, because it's more of like a flat track style, not really mud or anything, so it'd be kind of pointless to use those big knobby System 3s. So finished the race, got third, no big deal. And then me and my buddy went out after the races were over and gave his girlfriend a ride. So they ride together, and then I go out and do like a couple laps, and then it's just belt slipping, redlining. I'm like, oh, what the hell? So long story short, get back to the house. I'm like, man, something ain't right. I messed that belt up too, by the way. It knocked the ribs off that one. Get back, take it apart. Take the clutches apart. Realize which I don't, there's probably part of it laying somewhere, but the rollers came apart, which is somewhat common in these, I guess you could say. Oh, funny thing is, the guy that was behind me, younger kid that was in some kind of Can-Am, I don't know what model it was, Can-Am, he had to pull off. He broke his during the race after the mandatory caution, like lap 6 or something, and his rollers disintegrated, but his didn't hold on anymore. It broke I think it broke the belt or burnt the belt up when his rollers went, but sorry. So he had to pull off, which kind of sucked because he was right behind me. I mean, he was giving it hell in that thing. So I get back, take the clutches apart, realize my rollers had disintegrated, all of them, which caused my helix, which I don't know how well this is going to pick up with the autofocus here, but there you go. You can see it there. My Bikeman clutch kit, which was not the problem, but it messed my helix up because the rollers broke into pieces, and then the little studs that they're on, I got the burps, the studs that they're on just riding up and down the helix. So it was just like, I knew it felt funny getting on and off the gas and stuff. It was just kind of not great. So I ordered the Trinity, I think it was. There's a couple people, G-Boost, Trinity. I think HunterWorks has some. They're probably all made by the same people. Aftermarket rollers that are supposed to be better for higher heat. Bought those, put those in. While I was at it, I was like, let me go ahead and buy the HunterWorks precision ground washer that's supposed to help the over travel, so the belt doesn't make it down to the helix if you have too much over travel in the clutch. And I do have a Bikeman clutch, obviously, if you've seen these videos. So the clutch is not the problem. I don't think the RPMs were ever too high. I think I just had too much heat. And I did leave the belt cover off during the race. I was like, dude, if it's overheating, I'm just going to try to keep it cool as possible and try to make it through the race. I won a couple $100, but really I didn't. So it cost me money for all these problems. So that was fine. You know, that's all over with. No big deal. Get back home. Do some street riding, because I also have this thing street legal, which I'll get into that in another video. I have other videos that I hadn't even posted yet because I've been so busy, got a new job and all the other life crap. So I have other videos, and hopefully I'll make more now that I have a little bit better equipment with this microphone setup and this camera setup, which is a lot better. So I take it out on the street like I do sometimes, Montana tags. I'll get to that, anybody's interested. Take it out, feels kind of weird in the rear, but I'm like, maybe it's the clutch, I don't know, something doesn't feel right. Come back home later, tell TJ, I'm like, dude, something doesn't feel right in the rear. I'll jack it up. I'm one of those people that's like, soon as something's not right or bothering me, I have to figure it out right then. Like, I can't sleep unless I have to know, something's wrong. Jack it up in the rear, just check all the wheel bearings, make sure everything good, because racing's kind of hard on stuff. Come to find out, this thing focus? Come to find out, it is not good. The right rear over there, all the wheel lugs were loose, and it was just wobbling. I couldn't really tell what it was when I was driving it, but it was wobbling, and it wallered out, which I'll take the camera stuff over there in a second, because I have the studs to replace it. It was just wallered out. It wallered the holes for the wheel out, so I had to order a new wheel. Made all the studs loose, which they're probably fine, but the knurling that holds them into the hub and rotor together, it didn't hold anymore. I don't think it's the hub, but if it is, I have other hubs that I bought a while back for spare parts from a guy. So that's where we're at. I actually also have, I never put out the pack out video. I have tuning, Wayland tuning now, which on 93 tune, which is common. We can get 93 fuel in Georgia where I'm at, easy. So 91 doesn't make any sense unless I go somewhere that only has 91. So you have the 91, 93, and 100 and up, like race gas type stuff. I probably won't run that ever, to be honest. So let's take it over here and see. I got to get a little bit better, smaller lens, I guess you could say. Probably won't be able to see it because the lighting on this side is even worse than the rest of the garage, but we'll see what we can do. Let's turn this around. These are the holes. Just completely messed those things up, bro. And it's really dark right here, so do what I can, but all those are loose. They just, you can see it back there. They're not even really holding in the hub. They keep it from spinning, like they're in there, and and that's how the rotor's actually mounted. How the rotor is mounted to the hub. Hold on. That's how the rotor is mounted to the hub. So I wanted to replace them. Hopefully the hub's not messed up where I can't press the new ones in. But we will see. I don't have a lot. Let me set the tripod back up here. I don't hardly have any real time on the Wayland tuning, so I can't really give a super good assessment. I need to, the 93 tune is loaded now. I need to go from a standstill to like 70 floored. Oh, and I put the stock helix back on. This Bikeman. Maybe if I, like, I don't know if you can see that, maybe. Maybe if I sand that down, I could probably save it, and it would be good if I sanded it down, took some time, but I just threw the stock one on there, which will be fine. It may shift a little different. I don't have a lot of time at the moment to really tell how it is, but it messed this one up. Threw the stock one back on. We'll see how that goes. I think that's pretty much it. HunterWorks over travel washer. We'll see how that goes. I don't think there's any downside to that. Hopefully when I get these studs changed out, should be good to go then. Probably go to Iron Mountain this weekend. Well, I can use my other wheels and tires. Yeah, so I may go. We'll see. I mean, that's pretty much it. Not anything crazy. Street legal now. Added a little windshield. Make it street legal. I have mirrors with lights on them. Not really video worthy on that stuff. I will do probably some short videos maybe, but it's not like, they're just lights that I hooked up to the aux beam that I already released the video for anyway, so it's not a big deal. They are good. I did break one. They're X-Bright Amazon, that you buy on Amazon. I did break one. Internally it still works, but the side LED detached or broke from the front LEDs. They're sending me a new one. I just sent them a picture of it. They sent me a new one. The warranty for them, and they even wrote me on was it day after Christmas? Christmas, maybe? Late Christmas? I mean, they wrote me back quick, and it was the warranty process for them, I will say, is good. Super good. I put the DRT grill, which you can't really see on here. It's nice. It's a nice grill. I bought it on the Black Friday thing. It was $100 and something bucks, maybe. What else have I done lately? Nothing major. I mean, I'll show you the stuff I've done here. This is the DRT grill. Battery's dying. I don't have another battery. Turn this around. These are the mirrors. For the price, $100 bucks. Good mirrors, solid. Little windshield. This knocks with my cage anyway, because I have the L&W. This knocks off basically all the wind. I can ride when it's probably 40 something, maybe 50 something, and not feel any wind other than a little bit around the side, where your arm is. But that's basically the design of how the Razor is. This blocks so much. It basically ends up being, it's a half windshield pretty much with this L&W cage. It's pretty much a half windshield. I don't know how the lug nuts got loose, but they did. So that's what we're dealing with. All the other ones were still snug. They weren't super tight, but they were snug. Nothing else really. I'll probably throw in some of the racing video. It's pretty good until I was so close behind that Can-Am Maverick, the new one, the R or whatever it is, that I eventually got mud right on the GoPro, so you can't see anything. Or it would have been super good, to be honest. The whole race, I could just never get by him. He made a couple mistakes, but between the horsepower when I was stock before I had the Whelen tuner, between the horsepower and trying to hook up with the tires that I had on there, it was not happening. And they soaked the track before we went out. We all went into turn 1 and turn 2, couldn't stop. All 5 of us in the race, 6 of us, whatever it was. Full, and we all just overshot the turn, almost ran off the track. Every one of us. We were oh god, a little slick. So that's it. We'll see. This is how she looks now, with the street set up. If you're anybody might be interested in getting to talking more about the street. And I put blinkers, integrated blinkers with the front fang light thing too, which is pretty sweet. The back ones already have built-in blinkers that you can basically activate from the factory. It also has indicators on the dash, which is super nice. And you buy the little fang light, or you can buy headlights if you want to go the $500 extra for the fancy whatever kind of headlights they are. blinkers built in. I wasn't trying to do that, so I just went with the cheaper version, which is like 300 and something bucks maybe. It works though. Works. Nothing else. That's pretty much it. If anybody's interested in the street stuff, I'll be posting probably some street riding videos. Law just got passed here in Georgia that you can go on county roads with Georgia tag. I have Montana, so it's a whole different thing. I don't have the same guidelines they do, but I haven't been harassed at all since I've had mine, which is a couple months now, me and TJ, and I haven't been bothered, talked to, like pull right up next to cops, pass cops on the road, like they're just kind of like, yeah, whatever, which is great, you know. As long as you don't act a fool, don't act a fool. They don't bother you. It's really like anything else. Just don't be dumb, you know. We just ride around and cruise. It's just nice. It's almost like you're in a exotic car. You're just kind of riding with everything open, which is cool. So anyway, that's I said short, but it ended up being 15-minute video. So maybe I'll try to cut it down a little bit later.